Sometimes it's hard to have an honest conversation with yourself. The fact that you're reading this article right now tells me that you already know you want to work for yourself, but you need me to tell you you're not going to regret your decision. I'm not a mind reader. You're just doing the exact same thing I did before I quit to become an entrepreneur. If you need validation, I'll give it to you. I know what it's like to have parents and friends tell you that you're about to make the biggest mistake of your life. Not realizing that they're the ones making the mistake. Not you. You can live your life any way you want. If you want to build a business today, only you can stop yourself. Roadblocks and obstacles are just tools designed to force you to jump higher. I know you're probably feeling trapped at your job. All you want right now is freedom, to live life on your own terms. So here are the 10 painfully obvious signs you're meant to be working for yourself. But let's be honest, you already know all of these anyway. Here are signs you should work for yourself. 1. You think your boss is inefficient. There's a key difference between a boss and a leader. A boss tells you what to do. A leader empowers you to experiment in your own way within your role. You were hired because you're the most talented person who applied for the role. So, why would someone dictate how you should do your job? A leader wouldn't. But a boss sure would. It's impossible to hit targets or goals if someone's preventing you from doing things in your own way, especially if you know for a fact that it'll work. If you ever feel like your boss is recommending outdated practices or inefficient processes, there's a good chance you're meant to be self-employed. Entrepreneurs are all about doing things efficiently and competently. If you're working under the wrong type of leadership, you're eventually going to delay your growth. Remember, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Let that sink in a bit. 2. You're self-sufficient. If you're resourceful, take care of yourself, and know how to get shit done, you're meant to work for yourself. You don't need anyone to hold your hand to start your own business. You play around with free Shopify apps, read articles online, and watch dropshipping videos. You're all about execution. Tomorrow isn't your go-to day of action. Today is. If you want something, you do whatever it takes to go and get it. Signs you're an entrepreneur. You don't need to wait until your next paycheck. You definitely don't wait around for a co-founder to help you start up. You need you. And you're going to be the most motivational person in your life. You're a powerhouse. Why do you keep forgetting that? 3. You feel suffocated in a 9-to-5 setting. Signs you should be self-employed. When I forced back into the 9-to-5 after my first business failed, I literally felt suffocated. This isn't a metaphor. I'm pretty sure I was having daily panic attacks. When you're miserable in your job, you're going to start getting sick all the time. You're going to start getting stomach pains, your stress level will be through the roof, colds and flus will last longer than they ever did before. You're not faking it. That's your body's reaction to the toxic environment you're in. It's the most obvious sign that it's time to escape the 9-to-5. 4. You've already started working on a side business. Entrepreneur quotes. The self-employed didn't just wake up, quit their job and then start a business the next day. They minimized risk by starting their side business a few months before they planned to quit. Entrepreneurs are constantly looking for the best money-making ideas. Then, they try those ideas out. They dabble in a few different side gigs to figure out where their skills lie. Haven't started a side business yet? That's okay, you can start your online store today. 5. You do things your own way. Work for yourself. Have you ever ignored someone's steps for doing something only to achieve better results? The self-employed do it all the time. They're not my way or the highway kind of people though. They just do things more efficiently and in their own style. If you find you're constantly doing things differently from everyone else, there's a good chance you should work for yourself. If everyone around you works a 9-to-5 job, you start your own business. If everyone around you starts the workday at 9 a.m., you start the workday at 7 a.m. You're not like everyone else. You shine bright in your own special way. 6. You steer clear of office politics. Work for yourself. Did your new coworker gossip about your boss? You don't know and don't care. You don't involve yourself in the office gossip. Ever. If new company-wide processes take place, you don't act like it's the end of the world. You probably predicted they were going to happen before they did and already know how to make it work in your favor. You're above the drama. Entrepreneurs in a 9-to-5 setting are so focused on their work and success that they don't pay attention to the drama around them. You're probably listening to a podcast or audiobook during your lunch break anyway. 7. Your dream is bigger than anything you're doing right now. Self-employed. Those who work for themselves usually have larger-than-life dreams. And no, those dreams don't involve piles of money. Imagine Elon Musk as a 9-to-5er, how restless he'd be. Dreaming of how we should be exploring and living on other planets to ensure our species' survival. That's dreaming big. What do you want to achieve in your life? You know that you're in the history book's goal. What can you start doing today to move towards accomplishing that goal? Now, go take the first step to achieve that goal. If you're experiencing fear of failure, then break it down into a smaller first step. 8. You're obsessed with self-growth. Entrepreneur. Those who are destined to be self-employed are obsessed with self-growth. On your commute to work, you're probably listening to something educational. You probably don't watch the news and use newsfeed eradicators to prevent yourself from learning useless information. Your collection of business books keeps growing, but they're not decor, you've actually read them. Time is spent each day to take care of your health, such as cooking healthy meals or exercising. You might play strategy video games or challenge yourself to learn a new business skill to keep you mentally sharp. Learning didn't stop after graduation. You've probably learned more in the real world than you ever did in a classroom. 9. Entrepreneurs tell you to be an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs can spot people like themselves quite easily. They know by talking to someone whether or not they're cut out for the self-employed lifestyle. The people in your circle may tell you that you should have a real job with good benefits. But if you talk to an entrepreneur and they genuinely say, you don't belong in the corporate world, they're not being nice, they're being direct with you. An entrepreneur doesn't gain much by encouraging you to adopt their lifestyle. It basically gives them another competitor to work against. So if you have a fellow entrepreneur is telling you it's time to quit your job, there's a very real chance that they see the entrepreneurial spark in you. 10. You want to. If your gut is telling you to work for yourself, don't ignore it. You know what's best for you better than anyone else. Do you get stressed out working in a 9-to-5 setting? Are you constantly thinking about quitting? Have you ever felt a desperate need to escape or get away? Not everyone will understand what you're going through. They'll try to talk you out of your decision, saying that stress is normal and it'll go away. It doesn't though. The moment I walked out of my 9-to-5 job to become an entrepreneur, I literally said out loud, oh my God, I can breathe. I can breathe. Inspiration. The air felt fresher than usual that day. It's because I finally took action to do what I knew I needed to do. No one around me understood what I was feeling. Not everyone is meant to be self-employed, they're not gonna understand what you're going though. If you know you want to work for yourself, then go do that. And if you just need to find a new job, then that's okay too. Conclusion: this article was written for you in your entrepreneur journey. I can't always be there to reassure you that you're on the right path. But you honestly don't need me anyway. You know what you need to do. I know it's terrifying to make that decision, to be different than everyone else. But I got a good feeling about you. You're going to figure it out.